What are ENS domains and why the heck are they selling for thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars?
As crypto grows, owning your Ethereum address is going to be more and more important and valuable. We saw it with domain names, and we're seeing it now with ENS names. What are they, and why should you care? Well, we'll tell you in today's special episode of Goats and the Metaverse. Welcome, my friends. Welcome, Stanley. Rumor has it that tomorrow is a special day in Goats and the Metaverse land. What is happening tomorrow, Stanley?
It's my birthday.
It's your
I'm,
birthday?
I'm turning 17 for all of you asking, wondering.
Well, we're going to celebrate in style on tomorrow's show, and looks like we're going to cross over the 2,000 subscriber mark at the same time. So that's going to be a birthday celebration for you, and maybe some special giveaways on tomorrow's show to celebrate all the good things in life that are happening in the Goats in the Metaverse universe. But before we do that, let's get into the topic of today, ENS names, Ethereum Name Service. And before we can talk about Ethereum Name Service, what is happening in the markets in the world of Ethereum? Where are we today? Ethereum is continuing on a downward decline, $2,792. I will let you know that I bought some Ethereum today, and I think it's a good entry point, and maybe time to start loading some bags for some cheap NFTs. As soon as the Ethereum comes into my wallet, it seems to disappear. So had to reload at today's price. What else is happening? Oh, thank you. We'll see. We'll see if it was a good. We'll see if it was a good call or not in the markets.
Always a good call. Always a good call. Check in on the daily floor price. BAYC is taking a smack.
Smack.
108 Ethereum. We haven't seen that in a few weeks. Cool Cats, 5 Ethereum. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. I think this price is very cheap at 5 Ethereum. VFriends at 8.3 Ethereum is also very cheap, in my humble opinion. Doodles and Azuki are kicking butt. Doodles hit almost 25 Ethereum yesterday, right now back down to 23. Azuki over 30. Moonbirds are down. World of Women are down. CloneX is up. Mutants are down. So it seems like we're having a little competitive
balancing.
Whatever is going on over there. Very, very interessante. I don't really know what's going to happen next, but something is going to happen. Let's talk about ENS domain, which I think is probably the most interesting thing that's happening in the market. For those of you who don't know what Ethereum Name Service is, Yossi, please tell us.
Why, thank you. I will. Ethereum Name Service is what we call, if you remember the original internet, you would have to type in a domain name or domain number in order to go to a website. You'd type in something like 192.168.240.48, or I don't know what the number was. And that was pretty confusing. So eventually we had this thing called domain name services where you could type in www.google.com instead of having to remember what that number was, and that would redirect you to Google's website and made the internet that much more enjoyable and that much more browsable. Now, in the world of crypto, if you want to be able to send someone a transaction or you want to know what someone's wallet address is, you had to remember this 0x whole long string and impossible to remember. So Ethereum Name Service has taken what we've seen in the domain name service into the crypto world so that you can have your wallet name be your own readable address. So I can have Yossi.eth or Stanley.eth or Rockstar or whatever you want it to be. And it links to your wallet address and you no longer need to remember the long string. So that in essence is Ethereum Name Service. It is done in a decentralized way on a decentralized infrastructure, has its own token to govern the whole process. And those are all the technical bits and bobs around it, and we can talk more about that. But in essence, it's a way to you to have a normal, readable name to be able to link to your wallet address. Probably the easiest play in crypto, because we saw what happened with domains. You own insurance.com, that is worth millions of dollars, and that is what is happening today. as Ethereum Name Service reaches about 350,000 different owners, 825,000 registered names. And tell us what is going on in the industry, Stanley, and now that this is becoming more of a thing.
So a couple of days ago, and I'm not sure why this was started, how this was started, we saw an increase in 3-digit numbers. 3-digit numbers are a buy. I think they were sitting at a 0.2, a 0.3, a 0.4 E floor, depending on the number. The last 3-digit number to sell was about 30 minutes ago for 13 Ethereum. That is a lot of money. There we go. Boom, 21 minutes ago, $36,165. Now, I'm going to go make a prediction that whoever bought this 117.eth previously probably bought it for less than 1 Ethereum. That is a 13 to 26x return, my friend, in a very short period of time. That is a lot of Moulin Rouge. 4-digit numbers right now are selling for over 1 Ethereum, between 1.1 and 1.9 Ethereum, depending on the numbers. And now we're seeing people go crazy with three letters and emojis and all this different types of stuff, and they're trying to figure it out. God.eth sold for 100 Ethereum the other day.
Rejected 100 Ethereum offer.
Whoa! Don't mess with God. Rejected 100 Ethereum. What day are we living in? But you made the right call there, right? This was the easiest play in crypto. Domains are a crazy business, and previously to domains, not sure how many people are watching the show remember, 1-800 numbers was the play where people were selling 1-800 numbers, 1-800 insurance, whatever the numbers were. That used to be the biggest play because that's how you advertised. There was no internet back then. Internet was just starting. People had to have the sexy phone number. Then they had to have the sexy domain. Now they gotta have to have the sexy ENS domain. Yes, this is absolutely crazy. Whoever sniffed onto this has made a lot of money, and I'm gonna say there's still probably some opportunities there because I'm sure somebody's buying up those names like Coca-Cola and Apple and brands that are out there to eventually sell it back to these people down the line.
Well, there's a couple of interesting things that exist in the ENS world that doesn't exist in the DNS world. So one, you're able to create these called censorship-resistant decentralized websites with ENS. So if you own the name, you can run a website that is very hard to be taken down. But on top of that, it's very hard for someone to send you a trademark infringement and that the domain name needs to then be returned to that rightful holder. So if you're a Nike.com and someone is sitting on your domain name and they manage to register Nike.us or Nike.china or whatever other, Nike could come back and say, well, this is our domain. We are sending a cease and desist, and we need to have that transferred back to us. In the world of crypto, well, the person who owns the wallet and owns the keys owns that name, and no cease and desist letter will decide on that fate if you don't know who that holder is. So there is a potentially lucrative market in being able to buy up original names that people know they're going to claim, and there's not much that the IP holder, the license holder, can do about that. So that's one area of difference between ENS and DNS. On top of that, you can link your ENS name to your DNS name. So if you have a .com or .org or .io or .app or .xyz or .art and a whole bunch of others, you can link that to your existing domain. And then the last thing is that ENS is governed by its token called ENS, and decisions about which domains to include and any other initiatives to support on the technology is governed by that token, where in the traditional internet world, you have no say over the registrars of these domain names. You have no input into that. So that's a completely different narrative and a different way of building this infrastructure that is going to be the communication and commerce platform of the future. So those are the kind of the interesting tidbits in the ENS world. For me, it's a signal that crypto is growing up, that it is getting bigger, and that this is no longer just a small little niche fringe side movement. There is real brands, real money, and real IP that is being built in owning these names, because there are real user bases that are growing into this industry.
Mama, we have made it. Here's an interesting little factoid for you. In the last 7 days, ENS has done 9,695 Ethereum, which equals to about $27 million. Okay. In the last 30 days, ready for this? They have done 10,113 Ethereum, which is about $28 million. So they've literally done a shit ton of Ethereum in secondary market sales in the last 7 days. Prior to that, nobody cared. I think that is the most interesting part, and we'll see what happens in the next 30 days. And is this going to become a trend? And are, 2 ETH offers on 4-digit numbers going to be cheap down the line? Or is it a trend and people are going to fall away from it? We shall see. We shall find out. Before we end the show, there's also been a few large sales. Yossi, what's been selling?
Well, there have been some huge other deed land sales that have happened. We have seen a coderless land parcel sell for over 300 ETH. I wonder what is going on in that land parcel that made it so valuable. And we saw another selling for even more than that, with a coda in the other deed land sales. So Bored Ape Yacht Club coming out with other deeds, seeing some big numbers hitting the scene, and we think that is pretty interesting, seeing that people effectively got given those parcels for free because they are part of their ape holdings. And those are some big numbers and big returns in the other deed world.
That is all for today. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our show. And remember, our goal is simple. We just want to provide as much value to you guys as possible, have some fun along the way, and hopefully make a few dollars or Ethereum. Hashtag not financial advice. Do your own research. We'll see you tomorrow for my birthday party. Yeah. Peace.